Hey everybody, it's Gabe with Rocket Shipping, and we've got another iteration of Tech Talk Tuesday. And this one is not a direct system necessarily, but it has a lot to do with technology in the LTL carrier market. To set this up, to give you the background, one thing that I'm seeing, there's a ton of articles from FreightWaves and the like about the bloodbath, about the market changing. One thing that is tactical to the LTL market that I can kind of give as a parallel is that contract and spot rates. Spot is under contract and truckload, and right now dynamic pricing is under contract rate as well. They have parallels there. So to explain that, what I mean is dynamic pricing, there's only a few carriers who do it, ABF, XPO, and a few others. They're basically taking a snapshot of a live quote on that lane, zip to zip, using an API integration to see where they need freight, what their densities are in each market. If they have an empty truck or they need density in that lane, their rate is going to be dynamic and it's going to give a very competitive rate. The flip side is that dynamic rates are really high when the market is over capacity. And that's where we've been operating for the last year and a half. But I'm seeing signs. This is just what we're seeing at Rocket Shipping with our dynamic pricing. And that would be that there is a lot of lanes in the US right now, a lot of markets where the dynamic is under contract rate, not just of a higher tier carrier like ABF, but lower than some of the even middle tier LTL carriers. So the market is softening, and it is the same kind of correlation between spot and contract and truckload with dynamic and contract and LTL. Here's why I brought this up. The only way you can have dynamic pricing is if you have an API connection, because EDI and 214s and Mercury Gate just won't do it anymore. There's only a few carriers who hedged on this, and I brought up ABF and XPO because they were doing dynamic last year and even the year before ABF was. That, they ushered that in. It wasn't working that well. It wasn't talked about much because the market was at this over capacity. 20% of shipments weren't getting picked up every day. We were way over capacity, and so market rates were just high. The reason that this is important for you if you're a shipper is that there can be sensationalism from FreightWaves, and they can talk about the market blowing up and the bloodbath coming, but you also need to look at what the solution is. Businesses need to keep shipping. If you don't have a carrier who's offering dynamic, you should. Rocket Shipping offers it. Reach out to us, go through another party, whatever it may be. You need to have one that has dynamic, and they're going to be 2 to 3 months ahead of any CSPs that you're going to be able to secure when the market does get soft and the carriers need revenue. You need to employ both of those methods. Use dynamic. That's instant. That's tomorrow if you can get set up with an account. And then a CSP bid, when the carriers need revenue, they get aggressive on those and they start giving reductions. So those are the two strategies that our clients are going to be using with Rocket Shipping to basically make it through the pendulum swing of this market and make it to the other side. If you guys got questions about dynamic pricing, hit me up. One of my sales guys or one of our operations people can help you out, or just shoot me a DM and I'll reply back right away. All right. Have a great Tuesday.